Salutations, I am Brandon Blouse. I'm a certified docent with Meadowbrook Hall and Gardens. On behalf of MBE or Meadowbrook Estate, we would like to welcome you on board as one of the new advisory board members. So just a few things I'd like to touch upon. First and foremost, the history of Meadowbrook Hall. We'll start there. Matilda Dodge Wilson, who is the widow of the inventor John Dodge of the famous Dodge Brothers Car Company. She broke ground for Meadowbrook Hall along with her new husband, Alfred Wilson, the lumber baron from Wisconsin, in 1926. 3 years later, in 1929, the 88,000 square foot estate was completed. This was the same year of the stock market crash. So having something so lavish during that era has always been very interesting to me. It has since become the fourth largest historical estate in the United States, Biltmore in North Carolina being the first by the Vanderbilts. Now, as a board member, it is key to be aware of our mission statement, which is essentially to preserve the estate and share the pioneering legacy of the Dodge and Wilson families by engaging and inspiring diverse audiences. So, as you know, or may not know, we hold several tours throughout the year, including specialty tours like Holiday Walk, where we have a Christmas theme and have lavish decorations all over the mansion. And we hope to educate the public in a unique, entertaining form, as opposed to something that people typically find history boring. By this way, it's a little bit more engaging. It provides families with experiences to make the learning experience more red letter. And here I have an outline of things that you can study, information. You will be provided with a docent information guide. You can also attend tours. We could happily set up a behind-the-scenes tour for you, and you would be privy to certain areas of the house that typically are not on tour, like the fourth floor of the staff's quarters, the fur vault, which has unique uranium glass in it that glows, the passageways, secret passageways, like from Alfred's office into his game room. So as a board member, there are some unique opportunities. Obviously, we appreciate you volunteering your time. Ergo, we're going to do as much as we can to show you that appreciation. We hold special events, dinners on the grounds, where we bring in gourmet chefs for catering, and we also even have events outside of the mansion at the Detroit Opera House, for one. They take us behind the scenes of the Detroit Opera House. It's very fun, it's unique to see how the thespians work with in that venue. Our strategic vision: Meadowbrook Estate will be a nationally recognized cultural institution known for its progressive approach to sustainable business practices, preservation, stewardship, and comprehensive interpretation methods that symbolize the past, speak to the present, and embolden the future. So perhaps you may be brought on board because of your knowledge in administration, maybe logistics, finances, things as such, as opposed to perhaps history. But we have to understand that history is a key component of what we do. And knowing the history could help the board understand better its roles. Again, you will be an advisory member of the board. So you report to the executive director, William Matt. He is relatively new with Meadowbrook Hall. However, I'm very excited about this new executive director. He's a lot more transparent than his predecessor, and I think his heart is really in this. He's got the passion to see that Meadowbrook succeeds into the near future. That being said, we are also an offshoot of Oakland University. Matilda is essentially the benefactor of Oakland University. She set up the endowment that ultimately created the university. Therefore, we would be reporting to Oakland University. They're our parent company, if you will. The executive director will take your suggestions and bring them to the president of Oakland University for a final say. The dossier here, will give you the articles of incorporation. Again, that is basically derived from Oakland University's. I also have a staff directory here for you if you need anything. William Matt, like I said, the executive director. We also have the curator, Madeline Radowski. And some of our key components of the board, obviously, is finances. It takes some $11,000 per day to maintain Meadowbrook Hall and Gardens. So procuring these funds is tantamount and a large aspect of what the board would be meeting on and convening. We do hope that as a board member you will donate yourself. However, we do have the give or get policy in place. So if you find that you really can't donate, fundraising on your own is also welcome. As a board member, you would serve a 3-year term. I know that a lot of boards, actually volunteer nonprofit boards, they only serve 1 year. However, I feel that would be too brief of a period to actually get anything done. So the 3-year term offers a longer tenure, a longer stint on the board in order to actually see your policies implemented and through. And also anything beyond 3 years, that could offer ethical issues or even like a founder's syndrome per se. So minimizing it to 3 years, I think is ideal. Nothing shorter of that or nothing longer. This has information regarding all of the bylaws, the convening, and board policies. Again, you would have to be subject to Oakland University's Code of Conduct, which I suggest that you familiarize yourself with. I can provide that as well. Here's the objectives, governance and management, all outlined. Board structure, as I said in the terms. Responsibilities and meetings. We try to get together at least vis-a-vis at least once a month. We understand that obviously on a volunteer basis you may have another job that you have to come first, essentially due to finances, but we try to get together at least once a month vis-a-vis for convening. So here is some of the board responsibilities. The success of Meadowbrook Estate depends in large measure on the personal commitment and active involvement of the board advisors. Each board member is expected to be an advocate for MBE by supporting the staff, programs, and mission. Each individual board member shall agree as an advocate for MBE, Meadowbrook Estate, and its mission to become familiar with the programs, plans, and goals. So as I said, it is vital that you familiarize yourself with the history of Meadowbrook Hall. Again, agree to serve a 3-year term and an effort to attend and participate in 3 board meetings each calendar year. As I said, we try to meet at least once a month, but we understand that that may not be very viable, especially in today's day and age with the advent of the COVID-19 pandemic and the continued mutations of the virus, which are causing issues as well. Agree to make MBE a philanthropic priority with a generous financial contribution in accord with the members' financial means. And again, this touches upon the give or get aspect that I mentioned previously. With additional support for fundraising events and efforts to secure gifts from others.